Is up, guys? Welcome to my right out of the theater review of this new movie, The Sound of Freedom, that came out this week with Jim Caviezel. And woo, that movie was great. I'll just say that right now. I'll start off. It's going to be a mostly positive review, but um, right now I am driving to my next theater because I went and saw this movie. Well, actually, let me introduce myself. Sorry. I am Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, or Freedom. Freedom is my middle name, at least for today. Fourth of July week here in the United States, so we celebrate the freedoms that we have here, and boy, am I grateful for them, especially after seeing this movie. But just know how many dangerous places there are in this world, and I'm just glad that I have the freedom to just spend the day going to see movies all day, and I have the freedom to worship how I want. I have the freedom to basically do what I want as long as it's not harming others. I can do what I want. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. My microphone is in the red when I hit record, so the audio may get a little funky partway through. We'll see. I didn't charge my mics, but that's okay. They got a little bit of juice left in them, but yeah, so I went and saw it with my dad because he really wanted to go see it, and get my seatbelt out of the way of the microphone. But and so now, well, we saw it at the AMC. That's like 10 minutes down the road, and now we're gonna go to. Well, I'm gonna go to the Regal. That's a little less than an hour away. I'm gonna try to see three movies. The goal for today is four movies. I don't know if I can do it, but I might get a little tired or fatigued. But it's to see. And let me actually fix this so it fits better. It looks better. Hang on. Trying to multitask while driving. But hear the GPS going off. You may or may not hear it, but I have that on because I got to go to where there's cheap gas. Also, that's in this area where I'm heading to. But yeah, might pull my shirt collar down a little bit, but and when microphone, they were supposed to have lapel mics, those little small ones you clip on, and for whatever reason, the ones I got were highly rated, expensive, and not compatible with these Rode 2 mics that I got. So I'm just using the straight up mic packs. But anyway, yeah, the goal is to go see. So I'm going to see it in this order: Insidious, The Red Door. I'll talk about that and why I'm excited to see that in a little bit. But and then to go see Dial of Destiny, a new Indiana Jones movie, and then hopefully see Joyride. I don't know if I'll get to them all, but we'll get. Um, but yeah, that's the benefits of a Regal Unlimited. Go get a Regal Unlimited. If you have a Regal near you, it's worth it. If you see a lot of movies, I just go see everything, and I can see as many movies I want. If I want to see 5 movies in a day, I can do it. So it and it doesn't cost me anything extra. So I only pay $20 a month, and that gets me well. So after seeing two movies, it's basically paid off. So just two movies, and I see like 20 movies a month. I mean, maybe not that many, but I see probably like 8 a month. So, but yeah, I see a lot. I just go see everything. Even though the Regal isn't particularly close to me, it's close. It's in Idaho Falls, which is where there's cheaper gas, so I can go fill up gas, and it makes it worth it if I see multiple movies. I'm not going to drive all that way, almost an hour. It's 50 minutes to the theater if I'm only seeing one movie. I'm going to see multiple movies and make it worth it. So, but yeah, let's talk about this Sound of Freedom, baby. Woo, what a movie! Like, okay, this movie is done by Angel Studio. So if you don't know, they do the Chosen. That's on Joel. There's an app, of VidAngel Network. They do that. It's about the life of Jesus Christ, but it's done in a way that's more like cinematic. Looks like they put a lot of money into it. They have great actors. It's really good, and it's not just Christian oriented. It's like Jesus things, and then everyone around him doing things. It doesn't just focus on him. It focuses on Mary. It focuses on the apostles. It focuses on some of the prophets or just people from that time. So that's cool. So check that out. Like, even if you're not like a Christian or don't even believe, if you just want to see a take on that type of era, just look at it as historical, or call it fantasy if you want. But it's good. It's good. So, but The Sound of Freedom, it's about the story of Tim Ballard, who I want to say CIA he worked for. Don't know the exact agency. I wish I knew that more, but he went after sex traffickers and people who abducted children from their homes, from like out in public, and are sold into sex trafficking and sex slavery, and that is a huge thing in our day and age. So basically, what the movie portrays, it's the number two traffic thing in the world, and number one is still drugs, but child slavery is getting ready to surpass that, because with child slavery, you can make money selling children up to 10 times a day. You can resell them and you can make money, and it's very lucrative for people. And for drugs, you sell it once and that's it. So yeah, and it's crazy to think about. It's like these kids that are so innocent and helpless and are just like can't defend themselves or do much about it, and they're sold to these evil people. Like, oh man, it just makes me sick. Like, I think that there's such perverts and gross people out there that like want to use these children for things, and I wish that Hollywood would bring more attention to it. Like, so a little message from Jim Caviezel after the movie, saying that this movie was shot 5 years ago, and all the hurdles and different hoops and things that they had to jump through to be able to get this movie made and finalized and put out to the public. It's nuts. Like, it's really just crazy that Hollywood and other studios and other places would put so many blocks on things and try to stop this movie from getting out there to the general public. And there's a lot of people in it, or in government, or in big places of authority and power that are involved in this stuff, even in a small way. It's hard to say who is and who isn't. I can't say that, but I guarantee you there's people that are involved, and that's why they had such a hard time with this, that Jim Caviezel, a mainstream A-list star, I would say, they had to go over to Angel Studios, a more kind of independent studio, kind of run by Christians, and have the movie made there and be a part of it there. And something that really meant a lot to him, I could tell, and was a passion project of his. And Jim Caviezel, like, say what you want about him. I had someone on my channel a while back. I'm not going to say who, but Jim Caviezel was brought up, and this person was like, "Man, Jim Caviezel's gone crazy. He's gone up the deep end, just with all this Christian stuff, and like, ever since Passion." But I'm just kind of like, no, he hasn't. He's just trying to work and do meaningful projects that mean something to him, and yeah, and so, and the stuff he wants to make, no one will make it. They call him crazy because he wants to be a Christian and show some decent and good and righteous beliefs. I mean, despite what you believe, like, I mean, whether you believe in Christianity or Judaism, Buddhism, or Muslim, or you're atheist, or what's the word I'm looking for? Just like you don't believe in anything. Like, I mean, despite that, this movie is to bring positivity and good things and awareness to the world. And they don't really ram the Christianity down your throat. They don't even talk about, like, the word Jesus isn't mentioned one time in this movie. They don't talk about the Bible. They don't sing Christian songs. They don't do any of that. It's just a story about Tim Ballard and like what he did and what he's done for and people don't ever mention. The movie doesn't do this. This is just me bringing it up. That Donald Trump was a big supporter of Tim Ballard. He was, and really like put a lot of money and time and effort into funding these agencies that go after uh, these horrible people that kidnap children and sell them into sex slavery and sex trafficking and are abusing them and all that stuff. So good on him. I'm not saying that I support Donald Trump or anything. I'm not, but I'm just saying that he was a supporter of that. And I don't know about any other presidents today who supported that. I definitely know Bill Clinton didn't support any of that, wouldn't fund it. But other than that, I don't know anything else. But anyways, politics aside, like no matter what you believe, go see this movie. It's very meaningful. It's an important movie, and the sound of freedom. In the movie, they talk about setting these children free, and you just see how innocent, how like helpless these children are. And imagine if you had a child yourself, and you had to walk into the room and see an empty bed or an empty room, and they've been taken from you, and you'd be devastated. It would be like rock your world and turn it upside down, and you would stop at nothing to make sure that your children were found safe and were brought back to you. So, I mean, just showing the whole story about the truth and reality of that is a really positive and uplifting thing, I think. And yeah, I'm really glad that they were able to bring awareness to that type of thing, because I don't know why they don't put more time and effort into this type of thing. And it also shows part of the world. Like, I can't believe there's such evil parts of the world. Like they show in the movie a part of Colombia out in the jungle where like the military won't even go in, like the police won't go in, like nobody will go into these areas because it's too dangerous. The people in those areas are just so ruthless and dangerous. They'll shoot you on sight. They have militias and armies and their own militaries built up to fight and to keep sex slavery and sex trafficking alive. And like, we're not talking hundreds of children or thousands of children. We're talking millions of children that are sold into sex slavery. And it's crazy. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy that like someone would do that, because children are always something that I have a special place in my heart for. Like they're so innocent. They're so like, I don't know. They're so, what's the word? Like they just have pure hearts, and they're very easily trusting. They'll trust people. I mean, for the most part, most of them speak truth because they don't know any other way. And I mean, yeah, children can be a lot. They can be a handful. They can get on your nerves and cause you a lot of stress. But they can also be such a source of joy and happiness, and like you're bringing life into the world, and that's a beautiful thing. So, yeah. So, and they even say in the movie that right now at this current time, and this is the part that kind of gets me a little choked up, but there are more children in sex slavery and in slavery in general than there's ever been in the history of the world right now, today. And it just breaks my heart to think about that. This movie's not easy to watch. It's really hard to watch. I'm good thing I have sunglasses on so you don't see me crying. But yeah. And so for all the atrocities that ever happened in the world, this is one of the worst in the history of existence. So yeah, like, I don't know. I just think that, I don't know. I'm not gonna like say that I wish this, but if I were a child sold into sex slavery, I'd rather be dead than have to deal with what and go through the things that they have to go through, being beaten and made to do sexually explicit things and this horrible, dark, like the most evil of evil things. Like, it's crazy. So I don't know. It's scary. So, and a lot of awareness that's put out there for these people that kidnap children and try to sell them and that kind of thing. There's a lady on TikTok. I don't know the channel, but you can probably search it out. That goes around to different places and knows all the little things. Like they're very hard to catch. They're very sneaky. They're very ruthless, and will try to stop at nothing to get away with it. But um, they'll use little symbols. They'll use little hand signs. They'll use code words. They have little stickers on their car that like denote different things. And this lady on TikTok exposes it all. So she goes around to like Target, Walmart, like different public parks and things like that, and finds these people, and she calls the police. And sometimes the police can do something right away. Other times, it's tough because they're not always doing something that illegal or at that moment, but they're planning it and they're getting ready to. Trust me, mark my words. So, and I mean, I won't get into like any more politics, but there are reasons why things like Ghislaine Maxwell was involved with Jeffrey Epstein and pedophile island, and why did that trial get almost no publicity, but then you have Johnny Depp and Amber Heard all over the place, everywhere, but because people in high power are involved and they don't want to be exposed, so they put a stop to it. But anyways, that's not necessarily the time to get into all of that, but this movie, Sound of Freedom, it's an amazing movie. It's not just some Christian movie by at all, and it's just made by a certain studio that puts out Christian movies, but it's the highest quality one out there, Angel Studios. And this movie outsold Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. That's how well this movie is performing. And I wish I knew the website, but you can look it up. Just search for it's like Angel Studio Sound of Freedom donations. Just search for that, and you can donate so people can go see this movie for free if you can't afford to go see it. That's a cool thing. I wish they would do that for more just mainstream movies, but you can donate so other people can be able to see the movie. So that's a pretty cool thing that they came up with. But and at the end of the movie, when you see it, there's a Jim Caviezel comes on the screen and talks about it, and there's a little QR code. You can scan it, or the website's up there, and it shows you where you can donate. So yeah, go do that if you can afford it. But yeah, the Sound of Freedom, like the guy Tim Ballard's got a family of his own. He's got like 5 kids, and so it's a thing that means a lot to him and his wife, for him to go to all these lengths to like lose his job over it. He lost his job over it. He resigned. Eventually, in the movie, they show him, spoiler to now. Anyways, here's the spoiler: is that he gets his job back. They eventually stand behind the agency he's working for, and so they back him, and he gets help. But at first, he loses his job, and he has to resign. He's willing to do it. Okay, come back if you're. Spoilers are over. So, but anyway, Sound of Freedom. It's awesome, and I'm really glad that I went to go see it. Don't dog on Jim Caviezel. Like, he's trying to make movies that are meaningful and things that he's passionate about and wants to do. And he's kind of been run out of Hollywood, sort of. I mean, I think he can still work in Hollywood. It's just harder. People don't want to hire him, and it's crazy that just because of something you believe in, there can be hatred towards you. I mean, it's crazy. People have a right to believe whatever they want and worship however they want. I get haters online. I currently have multiple haters that have some issue with me and block me on social media because they have some issue with me. Go figure. There's a couple of them, I don't even know why they have a problem with me. I have no idea. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to wrap this up here. Sound of Freedom. It's awesome. I'm going to say 9 out of 10, this movie. The movie is one of the best movies I've ever seen from a studio that mostly does Christian movies. Not everything they do is Christian related, though. They just want to have a positive message, and it's high quality work. It's like you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between some, like, if this movie was done by Angel Studios or by Universal, or Warner Brothers, like it's quality. So, but go check it out. I highly recommend it. If you can't afford to go to the movies, there's free tickets online. Look it up. You can get a free ticket to go see it anywhere it's playing. So, and you got to see it quick. It's only going to be in theaters for like a month or maybe two if we're lucky, but probably just one. And yeah, go see it. I'm going to have to add it to my flick chart, see where it ranks on my overall list. If it'll make my 128, it's usually in movies like this kind of don't, but we'll see. We'll see. But because it's a movie that's very hard to watch. You're like, it's worth seeing once, and then I don't know if you want to see it again because the subject matter. But yeah, check it out. I highly recommend it. I'm gonna go see if I can make it to these movies. And what I was just gonna say is why I'm choosing to see Insidious: The Red Door first is because Insidious, the original, is my favorite movie, my favorite horror movie of all time ever made. Period. End of sentence. Like, I love the cast. I love the originality. I love the world that they create. The further the creatures are scary as you know what. It's like freaks me out, gives me nightmares. Not a lot of horror movies do that, and it's only a PG-13 movie, so see it. Like, anyone can go see this. I mean, I'm not saying little kids should see it, but you know, but if you think you can make it through without not having nightmares, go see Insidious: The Red Door. The first Insidious is great. I won't say much about 2, 3, and 4. They're not that good. This is the 5th one, I believe. And none of the other ones are good. They're stupid, cheap jump scares, and they're not that scary, and the creatures aren't near as cool. But they're bringing back everyone. They're bringing back Patrick Wilson. They're bringing back Lynn Shay, Ty Sheridan. Is it Ty Sheridan or Ty Simpkins? And then Rose Byrne. They're bringing back everyone. It's directed by Patrick Wilson, so we'll see how he does as a director. I'm not sure if he's directed anything before. I think he has, but I don't have it pulled up here. But yeah, so I'm gonna see that. I'm hearing mixed things about Dial of Destiny. I've read and seen reviews online of people that hate it, and I've read and seen reviews about people that love it. So it's all over the map. I think I'll probably like it, but not love it. I'm guessing I'll be in the middle. And then if I can do it, I might see Joyride. We'll see. Definitely looks hilarious. Stephanie Sue, HSU from Everything Everywhere All at Once is in it. She is awesome. She should have been nominated and honestly won over what's her name? Jamie Lee Curtis. Sorry, I thought I had a copy on it, but it's not. But she should have won. So, but I'm fine with Jamie Lee Curtis winning an Oscar. So, but anyways, that's it. I'll probably have some reviews of these other movies once I finish. I like doing these in the car because they're easy to just talk to you guys while I'm driving and cruising down the road. So, yeah, I got to play catch up with my movies. It's been a minute since I've seen these movies. And what else do we have going on the channel? Just tune into Tier Ranker and Tournament Fights. They're every Tuesday and Friday for the most part. This week it's a 3-part series where we're doing next week Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Best Movies of 2010 Ladder Series. And then tomorrow night we got Best Movies with a state in the title. It's only a half bracket because there's not as many movies with a state in the title. There's some good ones out there. And we're going to talk about them. So that's what we have on the immediate future. Also, check out patreon.com/movie hero. We have a Patreon. We put all kinds of podcasts. I'm getting ready to upload our last podcast that me and Austin and Richie Goodacre did, talking about actors and actresses that annoy us, we can't stand. We had fun getting some of that off our chest. And yeah, that'll be up soon, probably in the next day or two. And I'll have some more of a podcast. There's older podcasts I haven't uploaded. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to try to edit them a little better, and it's just I don't have the time. I don't have any editor. Like, I did this on my own. Like, I don't have anyone that helps me edit, helps me do graphics, helps me do anything. Sometimes I do have some occasional people. I'm partnered with 4 other people on the channel. They're mostly on-screen talent, or they have shows of their own that they do. They don't know much about the behind-the-scenes stuff. I gotta Malcolm and Austin sometimes can help me a little bit with some behind the scenes stuff, and I appreciate it when they can do it. I really do. But so if I, when I can finally hire a full time editor, that will like be huge. But yeah, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the like button, share this video out. Let me know if you have any kind of projects you're working on or a YouTube channel, and I'll share it out. I'll tell everyone to subscribe. Post it over in the Schmodown Friends and Family group. Post it all about your channel and your projects over there, and we always try to support each other, lift each other up. That's a good place for that. And yeah, hopefully soon we'll get monetized. We're getting there. We have all the views we need pretty much. But it's just the subscribers. We need subscribers, subscribers, subscribers. It's huge. And once we get there, I won't push it on you so much. So, but anyway, that'll do it. So I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson. Go see Sound of Freedom, and we will see you next time.